It's your girl Rachel from What's Up Dallas magazine, and I have my amazing guest, Tristan Johnson Sr., here today. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good, doing good. How you doing, Ray?
Doing great. So I know Tristan just stopped by and wanted to chit chat about everything that he's got going on. So for our viewers out there, Tristan, can you tell them a little bit about your business?
Yeah, so 8409 Media basically is kind of like a one-stop shop. I do photography, everybody know that. I also do a little bit of everything, videography, graphic design, marketing, all that stuff. Anything that goes into a media business is under my whole umbrella. I do a little of everything. So stationed here in Dallas, Texas, born and raised, but I'm in Garland. I got a studio in Frisco. Just doing a lot of work, and meeting and networking with a lot of bunch of different people in this industry, like yourself and many others. So yeah, just pretty much, like I said, one stop shop. Like we do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so I've been noticing that on your social media. So you have the photography business, you have the movies, you have a modeling agency, and now I believe you said there's something else that you're doing too, but I can't remember exactly. Fashion shows. So you're doing all those. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I am. Yeah, and the modeling is actually the newest niche in 8409 media.
Mhm.
So that's pretty exciting to start that, especially after being a part of so many great fashion shows this year with Ashley Villa, who's a blooming model, who you know. So that kind of gave me more inspiration. Just people in that industry. I love the feel of it. So I'm like, you know what? I could probably do something similar to this. So let me see if I can dabble in this too.
Sure, it's going to be a very successful venture for you, but I would like to go back into time when Tristan was younger than you are now. All right. So tell everybody how you got started.
Ah man, this before a lot of the gray setting. I was still a little black, more black on the beard, but nah. So I've been doing this like off and on, like roughly about 6, 7 years, full throttle three with 849 Media. I just my stepdad was always into photography, like the old school, like where you have to take the film out, develop it, that kind of stuff. So he had he did mostly like nature stuff. So just looking at that and then kind of getting my hands on the camera late in my 20s. I'm 39 now. So by 34 is when I really started getting into it. And I just kind of fell in love with the art of creating something out of nothing. And I kind of fell, it's like a second passion for me. I come from a music business background. So um, photography was something I just definitely, I guess it was just second nature for me.
That's beautiful. And I resonate with that about being in the photography business and just fall in love with the art. So there's so many different types of photography. So which one has you found has been your niche or your go-to specialty that you do?
I think if I had to say I had a niche for probably outdoor because for one, I'm a fan of natural light. It's nothing better. No lighting can compete with the sun and anything in nature outside. Plus,
Mhm.
I like to get you already know I like to get dirty with whatever it takes to get the shot. So I like being in the elements and just creating, like I said, creating something out of nothing. And that's something that most photographers won't do.
Yes, that is true. A lot of photographers like to do studio setting because they control the lighting more. And there's a lot of models too who really don't really like to be doing nature photography. They like to be in the controlled environment where they don't get their clothes dirty and stuff. So
Hmm.
what has been your driving force behind your photography business so far?
Driving force is always the initial thing. So 84 9 Media was born. Is basically how I got the name was I was born in 1984. My son was born in 2009. So I took the
Mhm.
84 and oh 09, made 84 9 Media, which people have seen my son. He Mr. oh 09 Media,
Mhm.
teenage photographer. He's actually doing very well. Very proud of him. So that's always my driving force, my son. And just the people, like I said, people in my circle, Team 8409, y'all know who y'all are. And just all of that bundle up into one is like my driving force. It's the best it could possibly be.
I love that. And that's a great way that you have just answered that question for me. So, I mean, that's a driving force. You got a son, he's looking up to you, he's learning from you. He's actually, I've seen some of his photography and he's doing very well. So, you're teaching
Yeah.
him a lot of things, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm very proud of his progress for sure.
Absolutely. You should be. You should be. My next question that I have for you is more like a business minded question.
Okay.
So with all the things that you have going on, all the different niches and stuff, how are you regulating the different things that you're doing in your business?
That's tough.
Tough question, I know.
Tough. Because I mean, you of all people know because you do the same thing. Like you got so many things going on all the time. But I would say, man, trying to find a balance. It's hard to find a balance between all the things I'm doing. So now I'm kind of getting more of a grasp to it. The way I got it broke down now is like I do it by per like certain days of the week. I know I'm doing 84/9. Media as a whole, but like I'm working photography one day, videography the next, the modeling, like that's new. So I'm kind of mixing that in. And the filming stuff, still working on that, trying to get that in. That's kind of like every day. And then just the business aspect of marketing and networking still, trying to get to events, all of those things play a big part into the growth of it, well, any brand in this industry. But that's definitely what ties me into everything is making sure I'm not also focusing on what I'm doing, but also the people in my circle are doing, my team, and then also trying to make sure I'm out there showing face and being the face of my brand.
I, I, I respect that very much. And you're always just staying true to your brand. You're going ahead. You're just setting certain days or certain tasks per day, and that's the beautiful thing. That's a lot of us business owners. We have to do that same thing. So it's like content day, writing day,
Mm-hmm.
social media
Yeah.
day,
Mm-hmm.
networking day. It's always something. So yeah, I get that 100%. And
Yeah.
speaking of your team, so you have a select individuals that actually help you on the regular. So do you want to give a shout out to them?
Oh man, that's ah yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be anywhere without my team. So that's Carrie Iman, who does my interviews, the host, model, actress herself. I got my goddaughter is Nats is Angela. Big shout out. She does so much for me. And then everybody else got Charlene, who's makeup artist, great at what she's doing. She's getting better and better every day. And then my modeling team, they just growing, and I don't want to forget anybody's name because I'm still adding people in. So just everybody on 84/9 modeling, y'all know y'all. I love y'all so much. And my team, yeah, they do hold me down. So appreciate that.
Yes. If we're gonna praise the team for holding Tristan down, so he's not doing it all by
Yes.
himself. So
Yeah.
with that being said, Tristan, can you explain to the people that are watching this interview the importance of having a team in a business?
Oh, most definitely. I'm one of the people, I'm sure like many in any creative field, you always so self-absorbed, like it's all about me, what I'm doing for myself, and everything just about me. That meism protocol, which I don't like. So I'm more of like I can't get anywhere without people. You need people because like I always tell people, the wealth is in the people because that's what makes the world go around. It's not anything other material than just the people. And that's why I love networking so much with so many different types of people, so many diverse type of people too, um, because we need people to get with anything, just making our circle larger and larger and larger, and that's how you get to global status. I don't think you can do that just thinking about yourself all the time. You gotta think outside the box and kind of. I'm always next man up. So if I'm getting to a different level and I'm watching myself progress, I'm looking like, okay, these people I network with, they great at what they doing. Let me lift my hand down, lift them up too, and that's how I should go. So the importance of teamwork is everything. I mean, that's with any business, and especially anything in the creative field, entertainment business. You have some sort of team. You're not doing it by yourself. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. And I agree with that. You have to have a team to help you, gravitate to the next level. And that's something that I had to learn. So, with the magazine and everything, I know we've been talking on social media and even on the cell phones and stuff, but
Yeah,
you were telling me like, "Hey Rachel, how you doing with the magazine?" And then I was telling you I picked up a new partner, Mr. A-list. And it's because I felt like in order for me to grow, I had to have somebody to help take the pressure off of all the editing and the videography and stuff that I was doing.
right.
But then I feel that sigh of relief. So do you feel that sigh of relief whenever you have your team? You just be like, "Oh my God, thank goodness I don't have to deal with that today."
Yes, definitely. Every day when I think I got so much on me, I really don't because you have
Mhm,
that supporting cast who's gonna lift you up too, and help you out. And not even you ain't gotta ask. They're just gonna be like, hey, I see you doing this. Let me do this, that, and the other. And they just kind of being proactive about it. And that's the best thing, just watching them become their own person underneath the umbrella as well, and not all about me. And they just kind of learning the process and they get to their next level by themselves as well by doing that.
mhm. I agree. And thank you for answering that so well. My next question for you is I did hear that you said you've been in Dallas your whole life. Is that right?
That's right.
Can you tell me the difference between the photography game now and the photography game then? What the difference is? Because I keep hearing two different sides that it's good, business is good, and then you have photographers that are struggling.
I think that we live in a very complex world today with technology. Everybody wants to be a photographer. It's like the new superstar type role. Everybody wants to be that photographer or a person who caught something that's trend worthy.
Mhm.
So today's just all about trend. When I started, it was like up and down. It was really separated as far as the amount of talent in the game. Now it's a lot of talent. It's so many talented people, and like I'm glad you said this too because I do want to point out with answering this question is that the competition is not me versus anybody else. I always tell people I'm in competition only with the person I see in the mirror every day. I'm because it goes back into networking. I'm not against helping any other photographer because we all do the same thing. I'm doing a magazine thing too. I'm doing a podcast thing too, but I'm not like I'm not gonna work with Rachel. Rachel got her. I'm not gonna even bother messing with her. She got her own stuff. Like it's not like that. It's not competition. It's just all about networking. But yeah, the game has changed, and it's because of technology and everybody with the latest phones, everybody with some kind of high tech gadget, they want to be that next thing and be that next trend. So I think as far as struggling goes, I think it's a balance. It's a battle between like professional, and then people who just dabbing in and out because it is some people who do it all day long, all the time. That's all they do. Then you got people like I do have other full time jobs as well, but this is also my full time gig too. So
Mhm.
I do consider myself a professional photographer, videographer, and I've been doing that, perfecting it. And I think the difference as far as one person making the other, I think is how we grow and what our as long as we stay within our own brand, everybody watches your brand. People look at you, even though you don't know they're looking at you. Like they know if you're trying to, oh, he's copycatting this person, or he's trying to just do this because this person's doing it. You gotta stay true to what you're building for your own self. You can't go into, oh, my stuff don't look as good as his, oh, my stuff don't look as good as hers. It's not even about that. It's about your work, your vision, and then you gotta buy into it. If you don't buy into it, what you're doing yourself, nobody is. So I think that's all it is. It's pretty much it's a brand within brands and then the photography game right now. I think that's what it is.
I get it. And that's a great answer to that question because, like I was saying before, a lot of photographers are saying they're struggling. They just, there's too many photographers out there. You know, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of photographers out there, but not all of them are professional photographers.
Right.
So a lot of them are hobbyists. Some of them are just
Mm-hmm.
beginning. Some of them are cell phone photographers. Not
Mm-hmm.
calling y'all out or anything like that, but they're
Right.
everywhere. So, and
Mm-hmm.
content creation is something that has become a part of a business. and it's made businesses circulate, sometimes get more attention, sometimes, it helps them or, breaks them, And I've been finding that too, that whatever content you put on your social media or for your business is what people are really going to look at when they're trying to find you as a photographer. So
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about the importance of content. So you're a content creator, you're a photographer, videographer, you do everything under the sun that I know of. So
You
could
know
you
it.
please, yes, I do. Could you please tell me and tell our viewers also the importance of content creation for a business?
Yeah, and this goes back, like I said, it's a change. You gotta go with the times. I mean, I can't tell you brands who fail because they didn't and know the importance. And I'm talking about big brands like Blockbuster lost to Netflix, stuff like that, because of the change of content, the change of digital output. And years ago, and I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody know Master P. Master P said this years and years ago, and I never forget it. He said this in 1999. He said, "Get y'all digital rights because the world is going all digital. Stop selling
Mhm,
CDs out your trunk. Stop doing anything that's physical because the world is going digital. So
mhm,
if you don't go with how the world moving, you'll get left behind real quick. I'm talking about quick as in a day. It's not even
mhm.
it won't it be like a blink of an eye. Um so you got a business, the importance of content creation is everything. It's not that you're trying to be, oh, I gotta be like the rest of these brands. It's kind of like, well, they winning by doing that because you need marketing, you need digital promotion, you need everything is digital because like I said, it goes with the times we in. Everything is digital media. Everybody got a phone. They're looking at their phone almost 17 to 18 hours a day average. So if
Mhm,
you're not anywhere on there where they can scroll up and hit you, you're gonna get left behind real quick. A lot of
mhm.
mom and pop shops closed down because they definitely don't know the importance of it. And you think of a mainstream as big as Blockbuster fails to something like that, being naive and ignorant, you can't be like that. I'm sorry. We live in a time where you have to have digital content consistently.
Yes, and staying up in the times.
Got
And I know
to.
photography has definitely changed the game for everyone that's that's in the photography business. So, being a photographer, could you tell me your favorite camera and your favorite brand?
Ooh. Okay. Everybody know I'm a Canon man. I don't do nothing else but Canon. I cannot touch anything else. My stepdad was a Nikon person. I love him dearly, but I can't do it. Canon all the
Mhm,
way, 100%. Not even a guess about it. If anybody asks you what I use, it's always gonna be Canon. I love the Canon, any of the R series cameras. I own the RP and R100. My favorite lenses is probably the new macro lenses that just came out. I actually used one at the latest Blooming Models fashion show. First time I used it and I fell in love with that instantly.
mhm.
It's just amazing. Just amazing lenses and the cameras are amazing. So EOS, you can do anything with those.
Absolutely. And I also shoot with a Canon. So, I have my little Sony over here, don't get me wrong, but I got my Canon,
Oh no.
my
Throw it away.
M50. My M50 is my baby. I'm learning how to deal with that one. So the macro lens that you were talking about is going to be my next venture for my camera. So I have two lenses, the stock that's on there, and then the 55 to 100. I think it's 100, 55 to 100.
100,
Um,
I think it's 105. Yeah.
yes, that's
Hmm.
the one I've been shooting with lately, and it's really made the pictures come out a whole lot differently, and I love it. So
Yeah.
it's been great. I'm a practicing photographer. Also, I would say amateur, some professional in whatever I'm shooting. Depends on whatever I'm working with. So I must ask you, when you are doing your photography, is and you have your journey that you've gone through, is there any advice you would give to someone who's trying to do photography, but they haven't quite got it yet? Any advice?
Um, like a new up and coming photographer or
Mhm,
somebody
a
want to get
beginner.
into it. Beginner.
Mhm.
I would say big shout out to big bro Eric Brinkley Senior. Everybody know. That's one of my mentors in the game. I'll always tell people, get you a good mentor, someone who doesn't have an ego, someone who's actually genuinely there. Cause I can text Eric right now, hit me back within 5 minutes, even late at night about anything. And that's kind of what you want. You want to learn from people who've already been doing it. It's not that you're trying to steal their style or anything like that. You're just trying to learn too, because when you get into it, it's so overwhelming. Like you said, it's so many photographers now. You don't know where you're gonna even stick in, stick out. So by networking, getting somebody who's a genuine mentor, help you navigate, show you how to network, show you how to post, show you how certain editing tricks. They won't tell you everything because like they're a good mentor is not going to try to tell you everything because they want you to find yourself as well in the process. And
Mhm.
once they click for you, you're gonna be on your way, and it just takes time.
And I agree with
Consistency,
that.
consistency.
Yes. I agree with that 100%. And again, shout out to Eric for being such an amazing photographer that we can all look up
Yes,
to. Also,
yes.
you, Tristan, you're very amazing. Working with you,
Thank you.
Melvin's been really amazing. He's been teaching me tricks with my camera in the studio, and you know, I resonate with that statement. You said get a good mentor, somebody that's not big headed about what they're doing.
Right.
And that's my word, big headed. Somebody that's really humble and somebody that really wants to give and pour into people, and that's very important when you're connecting.
Yeah.
So with that being said, can you tell me a time when you had struggled just a little bit on your photography journey and how you made it
Mm.
through?
Ah, when I first started,
Mhm.
I remember I first started, I had a Canon T100, and I could not grasp the metrics of the camera, like how to make the shots pop how I need to, finding the right lens for what my vision was. Because when I took it, I'm like, oh, this ain't the vision. It must be the lens or something I'm doing. So, shout out to my friend Jackie. She's a great photographer. She uses Nikon, but I forgive her. But she did give me some tips, and she actually took some of my first pictures, like of me in front of the camera when I first got into it, and just having that the good friend and teaching me these little tricks about the importance of lenses because it's all about the lenses. Kind of like you got the new like you don't gotta have the newest phone, but if as long as it can update with the rest of the phones, you're good. So it's kind of like you when you buy the body of your camera, you want to make sure it's good for however long it's gonna be. So like
Right.
like your camera, like the MK50, right? M50,
M50.
M50, M50.
Yes.
You got yeah. So like those, I think the sensors in there like the 2029 or something like that. So as long as you getting the lenses that you need, you can battle with the best of them. And so
Oh.
and that's why I like the R series because there's so many lenses that we can attach to those. So we can
Mhm.
never run out of vision. We can never run out of certain looks or different styles. We could go out that camera and take 20 shots, 10 lenses and come out with 20 different shots. All the shots look totally amazing and different. And that's the
Mhm.
importance, I think, and that's why I had to learn. So once I got that, and then just learning more about shooting manual, do I want to shoot full manual 100% or 50% and just do manual focus just with the lens? It's so many different ways you could do photography. You just got to find what works for you.
Mhm.
I'm a big advocate to like just learn your camera. Any camera anyone has, there's a YouTube video, several for that camera.
Mhm.
Everybody, you're already on your phone, probably doing who knows what. If you really want to learn, if you really
You'll
want to
learn.
learn, you're gonna watch these people who already had the camera for a while. They're telling you everything spec by spec by spec. Like you have to study every day. It's kind of like being a teacher with the camera with photography. You got to keep up with that too. Can't stress the importance of learning and studying your camera. That's something I had to drill into my son's head because he thought he was gonna go out and just I'm gonna take it didn't work that. It didn't work that way. 80% of the shots were blurry, or 80% of the shots were like no kind of white balance. No, it was horrible shots. So I told him that's why it's important to learn your camera. And he has that same
Yeah.
camera I started with now. And I was like, I'm giving you the tips, but you don't want to learn that way. So you
Gotta
have to
work it.
learn something. You gotta
You
work that
gotta
way.
work
So
it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's all I can really say. Yeah.
On my camera, I've learned I like the manual setting, but I'm starting to fall in love with the AV setting that's on my camera
Okay.
because I like to do the little bit of the blurry and the focus. You blur out the
Mm,
background, focus the
yeah.
subject, and I'm practicing with that, and that's been actually a joy of my life right now, doing those photography shoots. I have cats by the millions outside, so they just they're my subjects. But I
That
feed
works.
them,
That
so they
works.
get paid. They get paid for modeling for me.
I got you. I got you.
So, Tristan, so our friendship that we've had, a lot of people don't know that we had tried to set up a photo shoot for almost what, like 6 months before we actually did our first photo shoots.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. I was just looking the other day too. At the fall stuff we did because fall coming back around. I can't believe the year almost gone. It's
Almost a
crazy.
year. We did our
Yeah.
rockabilly shoot. Uh,
We did, and that was great.
yes.
Yeah, we've been trying to connect for a while, and then once we did, it was just butter. So best friends forever now. So.
Yeah, we're like besties. We are connected in the circuit. And I would like to ask you one more question before your social media. So, through the power of networking, do you believe that the photography and the model circuit here, especially here in DFW, eventually turns out to be a family if you connect with the right people?
Yes, everybody has their favorite. Everybody does, and the people they click with, and we all circle. Some of us got the same circles, and it's all about that first experience and learning. But I think it also gravitates to, are you really as passionate about this as I am? And I think that builds the chemistry between the model or its subject and the photographer. And once you
Mhm.
get that, I mean, word of mouth spreads like wildfire, and you just begin to meet some of the same people. Then you grab people up here, and y'all introducing each other, and next thing you know everybody, and it's amazing. And that's just
Yes.
like I said, it's all about, because a model or photographer will know, oh, this person I work with, they're not passionate about this. It's not gonna work out. But you can feel it like first contact, like, oh, okay, this is gonna be
Mhm.
amazing. So yeah,
Yes.
it's definitely a real thing.
I get that. I understand that 100% because I've actually found some of my closest friends are in the modeling circuit and photographers, and but I resonate with both of them because I'm a
Yeah.
model and I'm a photographer. And then of course I have the magazine too. So it just kind of helps. I got three different ways to talk to people. So can you
Hmm.
tell our people that are watching this episode, can you tell them your social media so they can follow you?
For sure, it's very, like I said, 8409 media. Some people say 8409. That's fine too. 8409, 8409 is what it is though. Media. You'll see all my brands under that umbrella in the bio section. I got all of them listed up there. But that's the home of everything I do. You can't miss me at 8409 Media. That's all social platforms. It doesn't change whatsoever. 8409 Media. It's only one brand now, 8409 Media, and that's me. If you don't see my face, you don't see that big buck, you see the letters behind me, that big A4, that ain't me. Somebody imitate me, but I haven't had nobody do that yet. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Find me 849 Media on all social platforms. Like I said, Instagram is like kind of where I'm home. I'm always there every single day. But you can also reach me if you need to book me, text me, whatever. Somebody out there you need a mentor, hey, I got you. Hit me up 945-264-8824.
Yes, absolutely. And you guys just go and connect with Tristan. I mean, I'm gonna speak this from experience. Tristan's a really humble person. He may be busy, but that's okay. Business owners are busy. But it's
Yeah.
whenever you message him, it's him talking to you. So he's definitely there to reach every single client that he has. So Tristan, thank you for showing love to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I've been dying to get on here, so I'm proud to be a part of this journey for yourself as well. I'm very proud of you and what you're doing, and I've been dying to get on here and talk to you. So I'm glad I was able to make time and get on here and speak. So thank you for having me as well.
It's my pleasure. And I look forward to following up on another interview with you. So, everybody, thank you. Please go like, subscribe, support to What's Up Dallas Magazine and 8409 Media. All right, peace out.